Okay, I see everybody's getting that. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Leo. So math spiral, Robert, and your math workbook. You don't need the board today. We'll use that tomorrow. You will find this lesson in your Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you as I get to it as well. Under math, today we are going to talk about area, multiplication and area. So here's our learning target for today. Use the area model for multiplications. So I want you to just be thinking about the word area and be thinking, what do you already know about the word area? The reason we're going to focus on this is because there's a lot of problems in the world in real life that talk about area. So we need to know how to do that. We're going to practice our count bys. We're going to examine our strategy cards tomorrow. I changed that. And I thought, write multiplication equations for the area of rectangles. Yes, ma'am. So I'm just going to quickly look at the nines because the nines have been giving us a little trouble. I want us to go through our nines count bys with our fingers. We're going to use the chart to help us, but I want everyone to put their fingers up. You ready, Henrik? And I'm going to ask my class to wait on sharpening pencils because I think we're good. We don't even need them right now. I just need listening ears. Ready? 9. Say it out loud with me. 8, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. Now shake it out. Put down, and I'm going to go this way. Everybody at home, put down your second finger. What is 2 times 9? Is your second finger down? Let me see it, Sawyer. Nope, face them toward you. Put your fingers toward you. Put your second finger down. Okay, you should have gotten 2 times 9 because you're putting your second finger down. There's 1 on the left of that finger and 8 on the right. Shake it out. Now let's put down our 5th finger. What is 5 times 9? Put your 5th finger down. You should have bird. How many to the left of your 5th finger? And how many to the right? 5. So 5 times 9 is 45. Now I want to do one that's division. What if I wanted to know what 63 divided by 9 is? So take your fingers and make 63. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my 10s and 3 for my 1s. 63 divided by 9 would be the number, the number of the finger that is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's my 7th finger that's down. So 63 divided by 9 is 7. Okay, try one on your own. Make the number 81. What is 81 divided by 9? I see Henry's doing it. Good job, Henry. Clara, thank you. I see Sunny's working on it. Make 81 with your fingers. 8 on your left, 1 on your right. So start counting from your left to your right. If you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I want 8 10s and 1 1. Okay, what finger am I putting down? If you're 10, they're numbered 1 to 10, what finger would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gabe, what is it? 9. 81 divided by 9, you should have gotten 9. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to count by 9s. Get those fingers out. 1 times 9 is 2 times 9. 3 times 9. 4 times 9. 5 times 9. 6 times 9. Lucas, let me hear you. 7 times 9. 8 times 9. 9 times 9. 10 times 9. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to skip the other count bys because I think that's the one we've been struggling with the most. I want to hear what you already know about area. Does anybody have schema about area? When I say I need to find the area of that rectangle, what do you think that means? Serne, do you have an idea? Where the rectangle is? Okay, any other ideas, Sunny?
I think it means like how centimeters on.
She said she thinks it's the centimeters on each side. Henry, I see you have your hand up. Can you unmute and share your thinking? What do you know about area?
The length.
Okay, we'll come back to you if you decide you'd like to share. I couldn't hear you. All right, so it looks like it's a good thing I'm teaching this today, right, Mrs. Harrison? We don't have a whole lot of schema, so let's watch this video. It's going to give you a little background knowledge on area, and then we'll go on with our lesson. I can't hear it. I'm wondering why. Okay. That's why, Mrs. Harrison. Okay, guys, I'm going to turn my sound back up. Give me 1 minute. I had to turn it off for our last Zoom, and it is now. So we're good to go. Thank you, Mrs. Harrison. It takes a village to teach.
Hey kids, thanks for joining me today. I have a little story to tell you about why I need to learn about area. You see that floor and how nice it looked? Well, I thought so too. So I told my friends we should drop some bouncy balls on it to see how high they bounce. My friends thought I said bowling balls. Oh no, look what happened when they dropped bowling balls. Obviously, we need to replace the floor, but in order to do that, we need to learn about area. Can you help me? Great, let's take a look at some floor tiles. Once we learn about area, we can figure out how to get the right amount of floor tiles to fix the room. The first thing we need to know about area is that we are only working with two-dimensional shapes. What that means is we are only concerned about the width and the length. We are not worrying about how thick this tile is because we only need to know the measurement of the area to determine how many tiles we will need. Area is the space within a closed shape like this square. The second thing we need to know is what a square unit is. This square measures 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. We can say the area of this square is 1 square centimeter because its measurement is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. The word centimeter is just a unit of measurement. We can also use other units of measurements like meters, feet, miles. Well, you get the idea. Here we have a rectangle that is divided into square units. The rectangle is 2 units wide. The length is 3 units. So we know the width and length, but we need to find the total area of this rectangle. One thing we can do is count each square unit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The total area of the rectangle is 6 square units. Great job! Because this rectangle is divided perfectly into square units, we could count the square units to find the total area. That is cool, but there is an easier way to find the area. In order to find the area of any square or rectangle, you can multiply the length times the width. This is called a formula. A formula is a mathematical way to solve a problem. To find the area of a square or rectangle, the formula is area is equal to the length times the width. We just found the area of this rectangle by counting the square units. We got 6 square units. What if we plug the numbers into this formula? The area of the rectangle is equal to 3 multiplied by 2. What is 3 times 2? 6. Amazing. We just found the area of the rectangle without even counting the square units. This is very helpful because watch this next rectangle. Here is a rectangle that does not have lines showing us where the square units are. We could try and draw them because we know there are 7 square units for the length and 4 square units for the width. But we are going to use the formula. Area equals length of 7 multiplied by width of 4. What is 7 times 4? The answer is 28.
We haven't learned that yet,
28.
but you get the
So the
idea.
answer is 28 square units. Awesome job, guys. Now that we know how to find the area of a square or rectangle, we need to find out how many tiles are needed to repair the floor in the room we just broke. Here is the room. We need to know the area in square units to replace it with new floor tiles. To find the area of this room, we need to find the length and the width. What is the length?
Anybody know?
Counting the square units across, we
Going
get 7.
across
What
horizontal
is
would
the
be your
width?
length. How many going up and down?
Counting down, we get 5.
If you know the
We have
area
how we need
already,
to
give me a
find the
thumbs
area.
up.
Area equals length, which is 7 square units.
I bet you
multiplied by the
do. You
width,
don't even
which
know
is
you do.
5 square units. What is 7 times 5? The answer is 35. The area of this room is 35 square units. Great job. Now we know how many square tiles to buy.
And if you
35.
counted them, you'd see 35, right?
Thank you so much for helping me find the area of the floor. Next time I will have to be more clear when I speak so my friends don't go throwing bowling balls. Looks like they found the bouncy balls. Hey guys, you have a few options here.
Okay. So now do we feel like we know a little bit more about area? So area is the space inside of a rectangle, or it might not be a rectangle. It could be anything, really, any shape. But when I think about like our classroom, maybe the room you're in right now at home, when I think about area, I think about tile, wood flooring, carpet. Most people who are remodeling a home know about area because they want to rip something out, old tile or old carpet, and they want to replace it with something else. So this is a real life skill. People need to know the area in order to buy the right amount of tile or wood or carpet at Home Depot so that it covers that whole space, right? So area is the space within. So I'm going to ask you in your math spiral, I'm going to do a few under the document camera. I want you to write the area of the rectangles, excuse me, sorry about that I am sharing with you. So get your math spiral out, and that's for everybody. I'm going to make a couple rectangles with my tiles. And you notice how they said square units? I have squares here that are square inches. Do you see how they measure 1 inch? The reason we call them square inches is because all 4 sides measure what? All 4 sides measure 1 inch. So it's called a square inch. Now, if it were really small, maybe like a centimeter, we'd call it a square centimeters. Maybe like if it's for your kitchen floor, it might be a square foot because this is how many inches are in a foot? 12 inches in a foot. So it might be 12 inches on all 4 sides, therefore it would be a square foot. So when we measure area, we talk about squares, square units. Today, this is going to be square inches because these are 1-inch tiles. Go ahead and write down in your math spiral what you think the area of the rectangle I made is. Mrs. Harrison, does someone have the answer?
Jensen has the multiplication equation.
Okay, Jensen, can you unmute and tell us what you got?
So I got 8.
And can you explain why you think so? He's saying the area equals 8. And watch what I'm going to do, Jensen. I'm going to do SQ period for square. And I'm going to do IN period, which is an abbreviation for inches. How did you get 8? You're right. But how do you know?
So I counted the 4 squares below, and then I counted the 2 squares on like the side.
Okay, so you're talking about length. So going across like this is called the length, horizontal. So you said there's 4. Let's count, make sure he's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here to here is your width. I'm going to put a W and an L. What is the width of this rectangle?
2.
Okay, Jensen, so then what did you do?
So then I made them into times.
Because
So
we
it's-
know this formula means area equals length times width, right? So what
Mhm.
was your equation?
4 times 2.
4 times 2. And what does it equal, boys and girls?
8.
So there's 2 ways you can find the area. You can use the equation, area equals length times width, or you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would suggest you check your work by counting because we're just learning our multiplication facts. And sometimes we make mistakes with our multiplication because it's all brand new. What do you think that we want you to try as 3rd graders? Do we want you just counting? Henrik, what do you think I'm going to want you to try? Sit up, buddy, you're at school. What do you think Mrs. Harrison and I would like to see 3rd graders doing? What is it? Yeah, but counting or multiplying? Yeah, because that's one of our goals, right? To learn how to multiply and see that relationship. All right, let's try another one. See if you can get the multiplication equation and not only the multiplication equation, but let's also get the answer. Here we go. Think about the length, think about the width. I'm not done, I got a few more. Thank you for your patience. I want to be color coordinated. All right, here we go. Here's your rectangle. Find the area. There are 2 ways to find it. Maybe do both so that you stretch yourself and check your work. Evie, I don't see you doing anything, honey. Is there a reason that are you not doing math today? Can you come back here where I had you? I want you right here so I can see your work. Thank you. I can't see you over there. When you think you have the answer, you can hold up your math spiral so I can see it. I see Henry's working hard. Jensen's working. Good job, guys. Oh, wow. I see you, Marin. I see you, Serene, Henrik. Looking good, Elena. All right, I think I will pick out of my can. Lyric. Can you tell us the area of this rectangle? And A stands for area. $15, and we call that square inches because they're inches. If you don't know the measurement, you can call it units. So what is the length going across? Microphone answer. What's the length, everybody? 5. And what's the width? 3. So, Evie, what would the multiplication problem be if we're following our formula, area equals length times width? What would the equation be?
The equation would be 5 times 3 equals 15.
Excellent day. 5 times 3. Yes, Ben, I see your hand is up.
Never mind.
Okay, let's try one more and then we'll move on. And I'm gonna need a couple more. I'll tell you when I'm done. All right, I'm done. Go for it. All right, Gabe, what do you have for me? He says 18 square what? What are we talking about today? Inches. Remember, it measured an inch on all 4 sides. How did you get that, Gabe? So he just counted. Can you count to find area? Yes, let's count with them. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That is one way to find area. Count the units. Count the square units. Another way you could have found that. Marin. Okay. I'm not sure how you would do, how you knew to do that. What did you know first? Okay, but before you did that, how did you even know there was a 9 involved? I guess is what I want to know. So that's called the length. And how many did you get when you counted for length? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should have gotten 9 for the length. And what would we get for the width? 2. And then what was your equation you were trying to figure out? 9 times 2. She knew, she used the formula, but then she also used the 9s trick. She put her second finger down to figure out what 2 times 9 is, and she got 18. Excellent. Did anyone do it differently? Yes, Sunny. She knew that 2 times 9 is the same as 9 plus 9 because multiplication is repeated addition. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of area I wanted to show you with the tiles. I am going to now, let's go back, okay? Now I'd like you to turn, see if I can get back to, I thought I put the page number. Can I see your math workbook? Get out your math workbooks. Thank you, ma'am. And you are going to need your pencils. We are looking at 111 today, page 51. Page 51. So we're gonna look at these rectangles, and I'm gonna ask you to write a multiplication to represent the area of each rectangle. Then shade a whole number of rows in each rectangle and write a multiplication. What does it say? And I gotta move this. Equation to represent the area of each. So it's asking us to do an addition equation as well. So we can do what Sunny did to show us. So we're gonna do one of them at least here together, then I'll let you do some work on your own. But let's look at this first rectangle. We're gonna talk about the length and the width. I better make sure my smart board wants to work. I think it's gonna. So everyone should be on page 51. Clara, can you get page 51 in your pencil? And we're gonna look at the length. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. I want you to write a 3 underneath that rectangle for the length. Can you show me how you're gonna do that for number 1? Ben, can you show me the 3 at the bottom? Angelique, can you draw 3? So I'd like you to do this with me, and then I'm going to let you try some on your own. So make sure you're doing it so you have an example. Okay, that's called the length. Okay, so the length equals 3. Now we're going to look at the width, how wide it is. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That equals 5. If we know area equals length times width, what multiplication equation could we write to find the area? Josh? 5 times 3. So we're going to write 5 times 3. Okay? If you think you already know the area of this rectangle, raise your hand. All right, Astria, can you unmute and tell us?
15.
15, and can you tell me what we would call that? Square what?
Square root.
Now see, this doesn't tell us inches. I don't know what the unit is, so I'm just going to put UN for square units. We'll make an abbreviation for units, and that's UN. If you ever get a word problem or any kind of problem involving area that doesn't tell you the unit, just put UN for units. Okay, then it said we're going to shade a whole number of rows in each rectangle and write a multiplication and addition equation to represent the area of each. So if we think about this, how many rows do we see? Rows go across. Here's 1 row, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 rows. 5 rows of how many? 1, 2, 3. So wouldn't that be the same thing as saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15? You could add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So essentially, we're doing what Gabe did earlier, right? You count them and you find out. And that's a great strategy to check your multiplication. If you want to check it with addition, or literally put dots in each square and count them. I have seen, and Mrs. Harrison's probably seen this too, I've seen kids miss a question on a test about area because they got confused on their multiplication and they didn't go back and just count the squares. And it was so silly because I know they can count, right? So it made me so sad to see that. So I think it's a great idea to check your work. Yes, Ellie. That's really bizarre.
It's nice, it was a previously one-page used book.
Okay, so can you still do the work? Okay, thank you for being so agreeable. Okay, so let's see, can you do number 2? Go ahead and try number 2 on your own. See how you do. If you think you've got the multiplication, do the addition one too. Make sure you label square units. So go ahead and try numbers 2 and 3 if you get done. You can go ahead if you get done with number 2. You can go to 3. Will you also label your sides, your length and width, so I know that you know where you're getting your information? Wow, Paxton's on it, Josh is on it. Make sure you write square units. I'm a little stickler on that because I don't want you to go to middle school and get them wrong because you didn't label them. SQ period UN period. Thank you for labeling, Serene. I can't believe you're learning how to do area already. You guys are just great. Show me if you need 1 more minute or 0 to do number 2. Put up a 1 or 0. Looks like Clara, I see you. Thank you, Katie. Katie's ready. Astria's ready. Marin is ready. Okay, is there anybody at home who would like to tell us how they found the area of number 2? We're going to go over it right now, so you'll find out, okay? Anybody?
Ben has an answer.
Who does?
Ben?
All right, Ben, go ahead and unmute.
So what I did, I was putting lines on the below the 2 squares on the bottom, and then on the last one I put a number 2 below it. Then on the side I counted, and then it was 6, so I put W equals 6. So then I did 6 times 2 equals 12, and yeah. 12 square units.
Wow, Ben, is this what you're talking about? Thumbs up if you think that's what you meant. Is that right, Ben?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
Similar? But you got 12. Did you go back and count by any chance to check to make sure it was 12? Should we do that, everybody? Let's count the squares or rectangles. I think they're rectangles, just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did we get it right? Yeah, we could have said 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, because some of you, I know earlier when I had my square tiles out, you were counting by twos. That was a strategy. So you might have said 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 equals 12. I'm hoping you're going to get more comfortable with multiplication, right? And you'll see that relationship between the two. All right. Anybody here who would be willing to share for the next one? Wow, Gabe, let's hear ya. All right, well, can you walk me through it real quick? Like, how would I find the area of this rectangle? What do I need to do? So you want to go here down? Okay, he wants to find the width of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should have gotten 9. What about for the length? Okay. And what was the multiplication equation? 9 times 3 or 3 times 9. Commutative property, it doesn't matter. You could do either. And how could we figure that out since we just learned our 9s? How can we figure that out, Max? You could count by 3s 9 times. That is one way. What's another way? Yes, Maddie. Okay, so she did 9 plus 9 plus 9. Or you could do 3 plus 3 plus, I don't want to write that one out because it'll take forever. Did anyone put their third finger down? Okay, do it. Put your third finger down. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Ben, for following directions. Jensen, Astria, put your third finger down. Practice that 9s trick. How many fingers are to the left of the third finger? How many? 1, 2. How many are to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is 3 times 9? And you should have gotten square units. Now, let's count because 9s are hard. Let's count the squares and make sure we're right. 1, count with me, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 9 times 3 is 27. So that was tricky, but you guys conquered it. Make sure, again, because I heard 26 from some of you, that's so close. But since we're not fluent with our 9s yet or our 3s, go back and count those rectangles or squares. Yes, question. We're doing that now. So if you already did it, I would feel like maybe you didn't hear what we were doing. So I'd like for you to wait and I will give you time to work independently, I promise. All right, so let's look at the bottom half. Now you get a chance to actually draw.
Yay!
Make a rectangle, drawing to represent each problem, then give the product. So it's just like what I did under the document camera, but this time you are going to draw the squares or rectangles in like an array and show us 5 times 3. What would that look like? Now, I'm going to go back and try to scroll a little bit, if it'll let me. Let's see. I want to make it, I did not give myself enough room on that. So I'm going to draw above it because I don't see I have enough room. And that is just fine. So the first one is 5 times 3. I'm going to do the first one, and then I'm going to let you guys do the other two. Some of you, can I see please which one that is? My screen. It's 5 times 3. So when I think of 5 groups of 3, I would draw 5 going down. 1, 2, I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 going down and 3 going across. That's kind of how I would think of it. So you could draw something like that. If you drew the commutative property, yours is probably going this way. You might have done 3 groups of 5. I'll take it. You're going to get the same area no matter what because of commutative property. Okay? So now go ahead and try to draw a rectangle. Mine is not looking very pretty. I'm going to try it again. See if I can make it better. It's hard on the smart board. So if I know I'm going to have 3, I'll divide it up. 1, 2, 3. That's a little better. A 5 by 3. And then you should already know the area of that because we have become quite fluent in our 5s.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So babe, it's not perfect. You saw mine. It's rough.
Mine's
So I want you to draw a rectangle now. You're supposed to be drawing what that would look like. Nice job, Charlie. Can you draw how I drew a rectangle? That's what we're doing. So right now, your job is to draw a rectangle that shows that. So I want you to draw a rectangle right here. Serenade looking good. Lyric, good job. Look how I did up there. Rectangle. I love what I see Cooper doing. He's counting his squares. He's got little dots in them to make sure. If you know the answer to that, raise your hand. What is the area, Elena? She said 15, and I'm going to encourage you to do SQ.UN, square units. Get those square units. Can you add square units then? Thank you. Make sure they're connected. So you don't want them separated, you want them connected. So you have it all connected. See if you can make the outside first. That'll help. All right, if you have not done 7 times 2 and 2 times 9, go ahead and try them. Let's go ahead and try them. And then I'll show them to you in a minute. Are you okay with that?
Considering I didn't even know you were supposed to do it, the next.
I didn't put it in my commentary.
Oh, gotcha. Right now,
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the next one. I see 7 times 2, which I know means 7 rows of 2. So I'm going to kind of make it long and narrow. I'm going to divide it in half and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, and 1, 2 here. So I have a length of 2 and a width of 7. So I really probably could have done that opposite. I could have done it like this, couldn't I? You might have done it like this. 7 by 2. If you're thinking length times width, then that would be the length and that would be the width. Either way, I'll take it because you're going to get the same area because of commutative property. It doesn't matter the order of the factors, the product will not change. Anybody know the product? What is it, Marin? 14. Give me a thumbs up at home if you got 14 square units. Anybody get that at home? Astria, I see you got that. Jensen, did you get 14?
And Reese
Yep, Reese, good job.
and Clara.
Thank you, Clara. Let's count them and make sure. 1, 2, count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. So finding area, you can find it by length times width. You can also find it, Evie, by counting the squares. All right, last but not least, 2 by 9, 2 times 9. You might have gone like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here, 2 here. Or you might have gone long ways. Either way, you'll get the same answer. What is that answer? If you know at home, raise your hand. Or write it in the chat if you feel more comfortable. We're going to get comfortable with these 9s. We sure have a lot of them. All right, I see Astria's hand. Astria, go for it. What is 2 times 9?
18.
18 square units. And let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nice job. Okay.
A lot of my friends at home have that.
Good job, friends at home. Mrs. Harrison is very pleased with your work, and so am I. Okay, so we would like to know how you are feeling about our learning target, finding area of a rectangle using multiplication. Are you in the middle? Are you down? Everybody, show me how you're feeling. Area equals length times width, or counting the inside of the rectangle. So here's what I would like you to do. We have an exit ticket, and my exit ticket today is to find out how you find area of a rectangle. Explain in words how to find the area of a rectangle. There's more than one way. So think of what we did today. How did you find the area of the rectangles? You have a copy of this in your assignment today, so make sure you go back to Google Classroom. I'll show you that in just a second. And I got to get my phone, so hold that thought. And then you're going to have to try one for me. That just went away.
Miss Harrison got it.
Oh, was it in her room?
Yeah, too. It's in both
Oh, I heard it here. Okay, thank you, my dear. So when you get to your Google Classroom, under math, you'll see exit ticket. I want you to fill out the exit ticket, answer that. Well, it's not really a question, but explain in words how to find the area of a rectangle. Oh, probably on my desk. And then we're gonna submit it. Any questions? Now, because we ended early. I want you also, a lot of you have not finished many assignments in Think Central. Take about 15 minutes to work in Think Central today after you do your exit ticket. If you haven't done lesson 1.6 or 1.7, start with the lower numbers. Finish those first. 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. We're up to 1.11, and I'm missing a lot of that from you. I will have a catch-up day soon, but if you can spend 15 minutes at least on Think Central after you do your exit ticket, I really need you to do that, okay? Questions at home? Any questions? Jensen, do you have a question, my dear?
So when we're like,
yeah, I will, but just when you get on.
so when we're trying to edit the thing, we have to request edit access.
I think it'll be better today. I think that was last time I did not do it right, but should work today. I made a copy for everybody. There was a glitch last time and it wouldn't let me make a copy. I think it'll be okay today, okay? Let me know if it's not. I'll look in my email, okay? Thank you for bringing that up. All right, kiddos. Robert, did you have a question or are you just saying bye-bye? Okay, guys. I appreciate it. Your attention.
Bye.
Good job, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.